All set for football now from snowy Wisconsin. And off we go from Lambeau. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7.
Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Taken right around the 44. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And some space here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage? On
1st down, Rodgers. And he's he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Za'Darius Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
But partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 75. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line. So
there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play fake. Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think he just made the punter a little bit jealous there. There was some serious hang time on that ball. Deep downfield, and while it didn't connect, it certainly sent a message, didn't it?
On 3rd down, Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The Packers at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angle for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. That was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 23. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Rodgers now to throw. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose a down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go, or throw to a target and get that pass away.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete there to Smith. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Cousins again. And his pass incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They go play action. Cousins. And Cook has it left side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 2nd and 5. Cousins to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Cousins now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tariq Carpenter. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They run the counter with Cook. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
No, it's out. Smith lost it, and the Packers pick it up. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Point after it, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Nwangu now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. On 1st and 10, Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jamar Chase, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And this is going to be intercepted. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. Second down, another shot for Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 65 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And some room to roam now. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
On second down, it's Jones. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On second and goal, Rodgers got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. The try here for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Packers are going to take possession of...
I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done. I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy. I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the